Intro music begins, then fades to a low, exciting background track. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're re-diving deep into the history of one of Marvel's most iconic and complex villains. The Mandarin, he's not just some guy with 10 fancy rings. He's a brilliant strategist, a master martial artist, and a formidable foe who has pushed Iron Man to his absolute limits. But which of his comic book appearances had the biggest impact? Which stories truly define him? That's what we're here to find out. We're ranking the most impactful issues featuring the Mandarin. So, let's get started. Our first major stop is his grand debut in Tales of Suspense number 50, back in 1964. This is where it all began. Stan Lee and Don Heck introduced us to a character who was the complete antithesis of Tony Stark. While Tony represented modern technology and Western industry, the Mandarin embodied ancient power and Eastern mysticism. This issue established their fundamental rivalry. We see the Mandarin's origin, his discovery of a crashed alien starship, and how he mastered the 10 rings of power found within. This wasn't just a physical threat. It was an ideological one. The story set the stage for decades of conflict, making it an essential and hugely impactful starting point for the character. Next up, we have to talk about Iron Man number 242, part of the legendary Armor Wars 2 storyline. Why is this issue so impactful? Because it shows the Mandarin at his most cunning and manipulative. He doesn't just fight Iron Man with brute force, he plays mind games. In this story, he cleverly uses a mind-controlled Tony Stark to his advantage, forcing him to confront his own demons. More importantly, it features the epic showdown between Iron Man and the gigantic dragon, Fin Fang Foom, who is under the Mandarin's control. This story elevated the Mandarin from a simple recurring villain to a master puppeteer, demonstrating that his greatest weapon isn't just his rings, but his intellect. Now, let's jump to a modern classic. Matt Fraction's Invincible Iron Man, specifically the Stark Resilient storyline. While the Mandarin isn't the sole focus for the entire run, his presence looms large and his eventual return is masterful. In this era, the Mandarin has evolved. He's no longer just a mystical warlord. He's a corporate terrorist, using his intellects to dismantle Stark's empire from the inside out. He co-opts Stark's own technology and turns it against him, showing how adaptable and dangerous he is in the 21st century. This storyline redefined him for a new generation, proving that the core conflict between him and Tony Stark, magic versus science, tradition versus progress, is truly timeless. It was a brilliant update that made him more relevant than ever. Finally, we arrive at what many consider the definitive Mandarin saga, the Dragon Seed saga, spanning Iron Man issues number 272, number 275. This is the absolute peak of the Mandarin's impact. The story is epic in scope, bringing back Fin Fang Foom and a host of other dragons. But what makes it so powerful is how it delves into the Mandarin's own code of honor. He's forced to team up with his arch-nemesis, Iron Man, to stop a common threat. This complex alliance reveals new layers to his character. He's not just a villain seeking world domination. He's a man with his own principles, twisted as they may be. The conclusion of this arc is legendary, leaving a lasting mark on both characters and fundamentally changing their relationship forever. It is, without a doubt, the Mandarin at his most impactful. And that's our list. From his powerful debut to his complex and strategic evolution, these stories showcase why the Mandarin is one of the greatest villains in the Marvel Universe. What are your favorite Mandarin moments? Did I miss any major issues? Let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.